This morning on Daybreak, we look at the recovery process for those in Jeff City after an EF3 tornado hit there the other Wednesday night. Plus, Springfield Fire Department report shows that a new station is coming in a needed area. Plus, medical marijuana has been on sale for less than a month in Arkansas. Hannah Zettel explains how a dispensary is already facing a lawsuit. We'll have these stories and more coming your way this morning on Daybreak. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, May 24th. I'm Joe Morano. Lauren Barnes has the day off, getting started early on that Memorial Day weekend. But you know what? We're here to help push you on through to help you wrap up the week, as is meteorologist Elisa Raffa, joining me right here, ready to wrap up this week as well, aren't you?
Oh, wow. Yeah. I walked in this morning and I went into the newsroom to our producer, Mitch, and I said, good morning. This is the first day that the weather isn't crazy all week. Whew.
Yeah. That's
welcomed, very welcomed.
Big deep sigh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Been a crazy week.
To finish this up, yeah. So we're still watching out, though. People are going to travel this weekend, right?
Right.
So I think it's important that we do mention the flood warning that you have for about half of our area there.
Yeah, still, because we're looking at storm totals since Monday, we're 8 to 9 inches.
Yeah.
So lots of rain, the rivers are aggravated, so aerial flood warnings continue through this morning for that residual flooding concern. Again, the rivers, the creeks, those are the things that are going to be most vulnerable to this flooding. If you see any standing water, please never drive through it. Otherwise, it's quiet this morning, just a couple of clouds. Temperatures are pretty warm. It's 70 degrees in Springfield, 67 in Mountain Grove, and 70 in Camdenton. The dew points, though, are really sticky in the middle and upper 60s. That's humid, so you can really feel the air out there this morning, and it's going to be a very warm, humid afternoon as we head through the day today. So be careful for any flooded roadways this morning. We're looking at dry conditions through lunch and the evening commute. If you are firing up the grill tonight, well, mostly sunny skies, temperature is very warm. We're looking at a couple of clouds through the evening. Now, there is a chance for a thunderstorm up to the north and west today, and if we see a thunderstorm, it could be severe. So details on that coming up in 10 minutes.
Beginning this morning with some breaking news, Nixa police announced that they are searching for a missing teenager. The department is asking for help in locating 13-year-old Lancia Kirk, last seen at her residence in southeast Nixa last night at about 11:30. She's 5'2" with long brown hair and blue eyes. If you see her or have any info about where she may be, you're asked to contact authorities.
We've always been told by our older folks that a tornado would never hit Jeff City because it was too hilly.
However, Wednesday night in Jeff City, dozens are left injured after a devastating tornado came through the town there. Winds hit as high as 160 miles an hour. People were trapped in houses and power lines knocked down. Jeff City's mayor said it was preparing for rising water, not a strong tornado. While visiting the damage, Governor Mike Parsons said he's thankful there were no fatalities there. The town of Eldon also got some heavy damage, even though a resident we spoke to says her family almost slept through the whole storm.
We sleep right where that tree is on our roof. If it would have come through our roof, we would have probably been pinned in our bed.
Cleanup efforts continue around the state today as crews will continue to help in removing debris. The National Weather Service has confirmed 4 tornadoes from last night's storms. The map that you're seeing behind me here shows the path of how it tracked across southwest Missouri. An EF3 tornado hit Carl Junction and was on the ground for 9 miles. Yesterday, also, crews got a first look at the extent of the damage by drone video. City leaders are expecting FEMA to come and assess that area for damages as well. Governor Mike Parson also visited homeowners around there, says he's going to do what he can at the state level to ensure the needs of the Briar Brook community are met. Willard Fire and Rescue and the Greene County Sheriff's Office responded to a water rescue last night by Clear Creek. A mother called it in after she and her 3 kids veered off a private driveway that was covered in water. The car was stuck in about 1.5 to 2 feet of water. Everyone in that car, though, was safely rescued, and it was towed about an hour after the call. Fire and Rescue Chief Ken Scott is encouraging those to watch out for water on roadways.
Turn around, don't drown, and remember that fast-moving water looks like black asphalt at nighttime. So just got to be careful in the evening.
That water rescue last night was just one of many around the region yesterday as flooding continues to be a concern. We want to bring in Elisa Raffa now again, discussing more about the impact of those storms that they're having on this whole area right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Weather Service is tirelessly trying to catch up because we've had several days of severe weather and it's been hard to get out there and get the surveys done. So what we've had surveyed so far from the outbreak that we had yesterday is a couple of strong tornadoes, some of the strongest ones that we've had so far this season. One of the first ones that they've gotten confirmed again was that EF3 near Carl Junction, 140-mile-per-hour winds. This tornado was on the ground for 9 miles and 14 minutes. So it was a long track tornado there. A much weaker EF0 with 81-mile-per-hour winds near Oronogo. Then we had another EF3 near Golden City, was on the ground for 22 minutes. Then Jefferson City also had an EF3 with 160-mile-per-hour winds on the ground for 25 minutes. The second hazard with this has been the flooding. Again, aerial flood warnings continue this morning because look at the saturation just within the last 48 hours from Joplin up through Springfield, even up through Lebanon. This I-44 corridor just had this huge deluge of rain. Look at some of these storm totals. Over 8 inches, nearing 9 inches of rain since Monday in Joplin, over 8 inches in Springfield, nearing 3 inches in Rolla. So again, that's why we continue with those flood threats this morning. Joe?
All right, thank you very much, Elisa Rappa, this morning. Elsewhere now, the Springfield Fire Department has its numbers report for 2018. Assistant Chief Brian Newberry tells us that they responded to about 850 fires last year. The leading cause, though, coming from cooking incidents. 32% of calls were due to a fire that began from people not following proper safety tips when cooking or even grilling. The most concentrated area in town that fires occurred was right in that area where Fire Station 13 is set to be built on West College Street. Demolition on a couple of vacant homes has begun, and plans to design that station will start up in January.
It takes a while, what they call travel time, for us in order to get there. And it is our highest call volume area. So we want to build a fire station in an area that's got the highest demand for services. And also our support units, or companies that are coming in to assist that first arriving company, it's also a long travel time for them. So this addresses multiple needs.
As we know, always important to make sure you have a working smoke detector, and the fire department will be going door to door in Midtown this weekend. That's that area around Drury University, offering to test smoke alarms, install new ones, or give batteries if needed at no additional charge. We have some medical coverage for you today. It's been less than a month since medical marijuana sales first started in Arkansas. More than 50 pounds have been distributed to patients in the state so far, but still not everyone is on board with this yet. Hannah Zettel has a little more detail on this today.
That's right, Joe. The owner of a local pharmacy chain in Jefferson County, Arkansas, is now suing the state's first medical marijuana dispensary due to the similarity of its name and logo. Doctor's Orders Pharmacy, located in Pine Bluff, filed a federal lawsuit Wednesday against Doctor's Orders RX, a dispensary found in Hot Springs, demanding the dispensary immediately stop using the name, terms, and symbols in its operations and advertising. The dispensary has yet to comment on the pending litigation, but a spokesperson for the Arkansas Medical Marijuana Commission says it can file a trade name change with the commission at any time, which would not impact day-to-day operations. The pharmacy is claiming trademark infringement, and the owner says it's all about upholding the public perception around a name he's used for a decade.
Some people in our business are not particularly fond of the marijuana law passing. We're not falling down on one side or the other. We're not looking to shut down another business. We simply don't want them using our name and causing the confusion that's gone on. It's two completely different types of businesses.
Now, Stice is hoping for a hearing on this next week. Both the pharmacies and the dispensary are registered with the Arkansas Secretary of State's office and listed in good standing.
All right, Hannah Zettel reporting this morning. We're just getting started for you today. Up next, a little change you'll notice on expiration dates from the FDA. That's in your Money Watch straight ahead.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Rappa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.